Hi everyone, it's Linus again. I have today a dog which I have for the very first time. I don't know Millie yet, that's her name. And I don't know exactly what the recall is, how well she is trained. But she had already her zoomies and she was already running around, burned off some energy. She is by herself with me right now in that enclosure. So this is the way you should normally have as like a standard, as a base. So at that point you have the possibility to train the dog without too much distraction, and you can work with the dog on whatever you want without without losing the dog or without stressing the dog out too much. So I'm just gonna try to get her attention and make her to come to me. Let's see. Millie, come. Come here. Super, come here. Come. All right. So she's not responding to that, and she's off leash. That's a good example that you just stay patient. You can stand there and keep calling until she's coming, or you just wait until the dog comes to you, say the command, and reinforce that command positively. But here's a tip and trick: if your dog is off leash and you want your dog actually to come to you, there is a trick. It's basically the opposite what you would expect, because the normal scenario, the dog gets off leash, does not have any recall really, just runs around, and you try to get your dog, you go behind him, you chase him, maybe you run after him, and that triggers obviously the playfulness, and the dog is just doing whatever they want, and it's even more amplified. So my tip and trick is look at the dog, get the dog's attention, and run the opposite way, or move as fast as you can possibly. So at that point the dog thinks it's his or her time to chase you, and this gives you a good chance to grab your dog and put the leash back on. You can maybe do it 1 or 2 times, so you need to be quick, but that's a tip and trick I can tell you. Look at this. Just gonna start running in the opposite way. Millie's over there in the shade because it's pretty hot today, and look at this. Millie. Millie, come here. Come here. Oh, so eine feine. So eine feine, huh? Super. Okay. Millie, come here. Come here. Super, Millie. Gut gemacht. Gut gemacht. Alright, so this is basically just that's the entire work. Just continuously doing that until the dog is coming to you, and just be overexcited and happy. Treats, toys, whatever you want to do. Normally I just gonna give them praise because I'm not really want to feed them too much, and they have toys already, so they're a little bit overloaded with that. So I'm just praising. It takes a little bit longer. It's definitely as efficient, because in the end the dog wants you to be happy as well. So those are my tricks. Watch that. Oh, super, Millie. Oh, super. Millie? Super, Millie. Good gemacht. Gut gemacht. Millie. Ja, super. Gut gemacht. You saw their reaction, and this is just basically an example. And she likes it, he's very playful, and she has a great time. But it's getting really hot today, so I will bring her inside. Alright everyone, I have another guest now. First time boarding with me. Haven't met Olive yet. I can show you again how I would approach the recall training. Basically same thing. Right now Olive is by herself in that enclosure. Just maybe 5 minutes, start sniffing around, just find all the smells. It's very attractive obviously for a new dog. And then I will see how good the recall is, and this is how I would start the procedure, right? So let's see. Olive, come here. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good gemacht. Come. Come. Yeah. Sure. 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 Good girl. Okay. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Okay. Okay, good girl. Yeah. Yes. You can see Olive is a gentle soul. She is not too comfortable with strangers, which is not bad. It's just you need to take a little bit more time. You see, when I was trying to touch her, she was putting in her tail and walks away. But in the end, she came back, so I had actually an option to just reinforce her. Normally, it takes not long for the dogs to bond with me because, I mean, they see I provide everything and they get the best time running around, playing, and having so much outdoor time. And yeah, I mean, I put a lot of effort in it too, so all the dogs in the end, they love it. So normally it does not take really a long time for a dog to break the ice with me. But here's another example I can show you now with the trick I was mentioning earlier, with the running away trick. This dog has no attachment to me at all, at all. We don't know each other, we just met each other. I called her 3 times. I have this first a possibility to even pet her first, and so she does not know me at all. But now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna run away, and she will follow me because it will trigger her play instinct, even if she already is maybe not the most playful dog there is. Watch this. Olive. So that was the first try. She was running behind me, no attachment to me, but just because I was moving, she was moving as well. Second try. Come on. Yeah. Okay, let's go. That's how just the tricks I'm doing with the dogs so they learn to start to bond with me and see, okay, yeah, I have to watch out for this guy. Other than that, nothing special really. Keep doing it, be patient, keep going. It's just a matter of time until it clicks. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Wow, what a good girl. Good girl. Huh? Good girl. Okay, good girl. Yeah, it works out pretty good. and just keep doing that every time we go outside. Even if you already know the dog can do it, just practice it, because it's like a muscle. You have to repeat it, and for it to be getting better. And we have, I mean, all the time in the world. It's really about the dog being happy and learns to follow you, and also to be just a good member of your pack. And that's all it really is. So just to summarize it, we have a couple options how to train your dog a recall. First of all is get your dog in a good environment where the dog cannot escape. Get the dog off leash. Find out if the dog is actually food motivated or toy motivated. Bring the good toy even without dog knowing it, and just reinforce every time the dog comes to you. You give the command, maybe hand signal, and the dog comes to you, you reinforce it. And the other option is, if your dog is basically off leash, does not really want to listen too much to you, doesn't really pay attention, don't get frustrated, don't yell at the dog, be patient, be consistent. And if you start thinking out of the box and make it a game, it's always way better than try to be too stern. So if the dog is off leash, try to run the opposite direction, and the dog will chase you. This gives you a chance to put him on leash and maybe stop the training at that point, and just continue another day. So these are my 2 cents. Another great way as a bonus is how you can enforce the bond between you and your dog is, especially in the puppy time. It's a easy way to get the puppy to pay more attention to you and where you're at. So the dog is not just wandering off, and you can achieve that by playing hide and seek. So your dog is wandering off and you start to hide, and at one point the dog will maybe try to check on you, or maybe you make a sound and the dog raises their head, and then they look for you, cannot see you, and maybe, not always, but maybe and eventually they will start looking for you and see, okay, where's my owner, and maybe get a little bit anxious about that as well. And if the dog finds you, you are super happy about it, and you are just enforce everything. And if the dog is getting really frustrated, you start popping out of your hiding spot and make it all fun. So in this way, if you keep doing that, the dog eventually has in their mind that you will disappear at any point, and will always try to have an eye on you and see where your position is. And this definitely helps you with the recall training right from the start. So these are my tips and tricks. Let me know if you have anything to add. And yeah, stay patient, stay consistent. You got this. Good morning, everyone. Let's see how the dogs are reacting today, even in a pack scenario where it's just 3 of them, but it's still a pack. Let's see how they're responding to the commands what they learned yesterday. Lily, come here. Lily. Okay, one bite. Olive? Olive. Good girl. Good. Okay. Now they got to know me a little bit, and I think that helped. They are actually all pretty good and very social. So I think if you would keep just working on that and just keep plugging away, keep calling the dogs to you, making fun and exciting things as well, then the dog will learn pretty quickly whatever you want to teach him, especially the recall, which is very important. Now they're playing together, and when I say come, everyone came over, even if I just called Millie, but that's a good thing. So yeah, let me know what you think.